Yeah, you know I'm always fierce. In the fashion that I wear. I be stunning on my peers. Diamonds glare, make them stare. In the verse, switch your gears. Moving forward, never rear. I don't even look in mirrors. Every day I'm always fierce. Garments in my closet so fly, they need a passport. Fabric imported from Indonesia, need a visa. Popping tags at my leisure. Shift gears two-seater, I don't care if I'm on a bus or a 10-speeder. You would never catch a mega in a dusty pair of sneaker. Nike, Jordan, or Adidas. I can't do Balenciaga. Owned a couple pair, but they ain't really fit me proper. So I put them on my eBay and I sold it at a profit. Then I sold some retro polo, so I went ahead and copped it. Moto pants complete my outfit, check the stance.
Hi, welcome to Fierce Entertainment Live. This is episode 2, season 2. I am Rob Henlin, joined by my little sister, Jessica Henlin.
That's me, Jess.
And my honorary sister, Star Dalton.
Hi, Fierce fam.
All right. So last week was our first week back.
Yeah.
We kicked off our show with St. Patrick Day. Everybody was wearing green. We was talking about pinching. We got a little tiny bit controversial on there. But check out that on our YouTube, right? Check out that episode and comment, do you be pinching people or do you let people pinch you? We want to know. Jessica, tell us a little bit about what our people are going to hear today. What we're going to hear.
We're super excited to have Nova join us. She's a special talent, and she's someone who we were able to watch grow up and help nurture. And well, we can't take all the credit nurturing her, but but it felt like it. It felt like it, right?
It was love. She's part of the Fierce family.
Yeah.
So Nova started at a young age performing at our events. Even at that young age, she had amazing voice, and she's blossomed into this amazing woman with so much soul and heart that goes into her music. She's so insightful. I'm excited to see what else she produces and see where she goes in life, because she's amazing. She has the talent to take it far.
She's going places.
All right. So our guest for today, we have with us Nova Novais.
Do you know the song? Sing it, please. I can't hear you. It's alright.
How you guys? Hi everyone. Happy to be on here. The show was amazing. It was so much fun.
Yes. Well, thank you for being a part of that. And how long have you been singing? So we've known you forever, but tell everybody you've been singing for a while.
Yes, I started with singing lessons at an acting modeling school called JRP. It's actually one of the same schools that, I don't know if you've ever watched Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Oh yes,
all the young stars from there. Yeah, so I did go to the same school as them growing up as a little girl, but professionally I did start my singing career at 14. I had a manager. For about 3 years, I was working with them and that team and getting my music, finding my sound, building my voice. Because at that age, your voice is still, escalating and changing. So I took a 2-year break after being 17. And as of last year, I just started independently with my own team. And now I just released my first album on the 15th. So it's starting up, and I've been singing for so long, and I'm just happy that I'm still doing it.
Oh, congratulations on that. What's the name of the album?
Thank you so much. It's called Lover Girl, because I feel like it's so important for us to tap into our feminine sides and embrace the love that we give to the world, because we're lovely in the world,
Love it.
Okay. All right. I don't have a feminine side, but I could dig it.
You can respect. Just
I can respect. Yeah, I respect it. I respect it.
We love Lover Girls.
Now, so what you said is called Lover Girl, right? and you're tapping into the feminine side. But is there like a story behind that? Like why love?
Absolutely. So for so long, I had felt so strongly that I really had to, um, lead and step up to the plate, with my masculine side and, in the long run, like showing how we feel, the fact that we cry, the fact that we get so passionate about things as women. I feel like it's actually something we should embrace and not be scared to put out there. And same for men, because men do need to cry sometimes. Men do need to tap into that feminine side sometimes, and it's so important to embrace that and not be scared to let it out. And I feel like Lover Girl really taps into like the story of my past relationships or my now current relationship, and just embracing all the love within it in general, and how it made me feel, the love within myself, and just embracing love in general. I feel like now, for a while there's been a lot of music that has been kind of steering away from love and the good in the world, and everybody had became so self-centered and distant, and we're now in, it's just, we can also get into that if we wanted to, but I
I
feel
love
like
that, yeah.
I feel like Lover Girl
Watching,
world needed some love again, and we need some love
right,
songs and maybe some
watching you
heartbreak songs
perform
too. But
remind me back in the day with the love songs and the R&B. I was like, yes, this is what we've been
yes,
missing, and you're bringing
yes.
it back.
I'm so
Yes,
happy that you said that because I was just gonna
finally.
say that. Yes,
Hmm.
thank you so much. I'm so glad that you see that and you heard that in just the one song that I sung. So that's
I mean, your
amazing.
voice is amazing. Always, everything since, I mean, we've been working with you over the years, since you were little. So, it's just
Yeah,
amazing to see you performing that, and that's something that we're lacking. I'm glad you're bringing it back.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I
But
Thank you so
echo
much.
that. Like R&B was just like 90s R&B was
Mhm.
all about love. And we went from that, I love that. But then it's like, my ratchet girls, like city girls,
Yeah.
and like, and they're cute too. Like I like them too, but the love, like
Yeah.
everybody don't gotta be,
Right.
playing and taking money and all that. Like there's love.
We
Gotta
need a
love is love.
balance. Yeah, exactly. Like there's still good people in the world. Like we're still here and it's okay to still be good, and show love.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
so with love also comes heartbreak.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, some people are afraid of love because they're afraid of that heartbreak. Tell me, what are your thoughts on that? Did you ever experience? It seems like you're so young, so I don't know. I don't want to assume though, but did you experience a heartbreak in your life? And is that something that you draw from when you're singing?
I feel like whenever artists release music, it's them telling their story when they
Mm.
write it or somebody's story. So there's actually a song in there called Scared of Love on my album. It's one of the last songs in there. Um, I feel like a lot of people are scared in general to love, to be loved, um, to just give love, and it's scary, giving your essence, giving giving your heart away, and I feel like it's something that everybody has experienced, and it's definitely something sad, but I feel like we grow within pain. So I feel like doing things when you're scared is when you actually live life, because you grow from your pain. Like there's always the metaphoric saying that after a storm comes a rainbow, and it's so
Yeah.
true. That's literally like a reminder for us whenever it, appears, is just like, hey, like we have to go through these things. Lessons are blessings, and heartbreaks are blessings regardless, because how, tell me not. Every heartbreak we have had right after, we're like skyrocketing, like high vibrating, like the happiest person. Like
Yeah.
after we heal from that,
Mhm.
it's like we're a whole new person in such a good way. So heartbreak is actually amazing. And even if it's, didn't end in a bad way, or if even if it did end in a bad way, I feel like regardless, it's growth. And I
Wow.
think when you do things with fear, you accomplish it 10 times better than holding yourself back.
Man, you are so poised and so mature.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Granted,
much.
you're a grown woman. Like I said, we've known you since you was a little girl, but wow, you're very impressive. And
Thank you so
so
much. Still
speaking of,
learning.
yeah, but speaking of how long we've known you, I know part of where you draw that strength as well. I think I kind of know the answer to part of this because we've met your mom as well, right? And I mean, so you guys are, you mean you could be identical twins. So tell us about your relationship with your mom. Tell us about, do you draw some of your strength from some of the stuff that she's been through?
Absolutely. Yeah, my mom has gone through a lot growing up. I honestly look up to my mom for some of those aspects because her mom passed away when she was 7. That's love, that's her mom, and she lost that. And the fact that she was still able to raise 3 daughters on her own, um, and have us come out the way we did, I feel like it's an honor to call her my mom and to be a part of her world as well and what she has going on. Um, I'm very thankful to have her. It was her birthday just yesterday, the 17th.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah,
Wow.
so it's so funny that we're talking about her. It's amazing. I feel great.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, I went on my own after 17
Mhm.
for certain reasons. No parent is perfect, nobody's perfect.
Right.
Unfortunately, like my journey had to be separated with my mom's for a little while to rediscover myself and who I am and what I really wanted to do. And it all just steered back after my own journey of going through what I did. It steered me back to music and to what I really want to do. I started a new hobby that I thought was going to be my new career. I started building cars. I was a car enthusiast. I started welding.
Wow.
Yeah, so
That's
I got into
wild.
like, yeah, I was like a female mechanic for like a year.
Wow.
I did not
Pretty
So,
know.
impressive.
yeah, but I've done I just from job to job, like just wanting to experience and learn like new things and see what I like to do. I feel like I got my knowledge a lot from the people around me. Um, and just surrounding myself around people that I wanted to be like or things I wanted to do. And I feel like I got my growth a lot in my self journey in terms of going out there and doing things scared.
Mhm.
So but seeing my mom do the things she has done like made me feel like it was okay even though she didn't agree with it. But
Right. Right. I
because
mean,
I was doing something I've never done before, maybe
right.
she's never done before either. And when you're living out other people's fears that love you, it's like, I've never done that before and you're doing it. Why are you doing
Mhm.
it?
Yes.
So
But that's our job as
I-
parents is, to be afraid for whatever our kids are doing. You know what I mean? So yeah, but that's amazing. What advice would you have now for like another like a 14-year-old? What
we could
advice would
stop
you have?
right there. If you're not sure and if you're not sure but you're doing it, do it anyway. Because you have a start, you have a base, you're doing it, you've started. Why stop?
Mhm.
And if you're scared, you're scared, still do it. It's okay. Like, and it's something you love. If you go on that stage or if you're singing in a car alone and you realize it that you're just doing it and you enjoy it, it makes you happy, then keep doing it. Start writing, carry a notebook everywhere you go. Make sure you have your notes. Like as a kid, I used to always like captions were my thing because I've always been into social media, but when I was younger, it was always like, oh, like I like this lyric in this song or like I like the way like she sings that and I would just write down like the captions. That's how I started writing my music was through captions, and then from there I started every time I would think about something or hear a song that was instrumental I would just start singing and writing. So and like I just really didn't think about it too much, I just did it. And honestly, if you are in the era of just wanting to do it but you're not sure, just do it.
I love,
Absolutely.
I love that.
Better than regret for sure.
It's better than regret. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. And it sounds like you have like a natural talent, right? So you were tapping into that strength that you had. And if you
Yeah.
operated in fear and stopped, you probably wouldn't have recognized that talent. And it's surpassed just in the captions. Like now it's there,
Right.
it's performances.
Because I actually used to be scared, like super scared to sing in front of stage. I used to be very insecure about my teeth. I don't know if you guys remember, but I had some really bad jacked up teeth. And there was a long point in time where I would there was a long point of time where I just didn't want to like take any pictures. I didn't want to post anything. I didn't want to sing like because I was so scared that if I sang, and they see my teeth, it was just I was all in my head and it was really stopping me from, you know, pursuing what I feel like I was born to do, you know, and I let that stop me for a few years, but I got into cars, so I did learn a lot about other
Nice.
things.
Nice. So now I might have to have you over to help me fix up my car because I
Yeah,
actually um
let me know. You hear a sound ticking, what sound is it?
yeah,
I'm not the
yeah.
type of girl that calls her dad. I go to a mechanic and I'm looking at them like, okay, you're telling me this. Okay. Okay, well, how about this?
Nice, nice. Good stuff.
So
Good
there's
stuff.
perks and cons to it.
So, is there anyone else in your family that also has musical talent? I know your mom designs and does many other things. Is there anyone else that
Um,
sings or plays instruments?
Yeah, honestly, my sister Laura, she is honestly, I feel like her talent is organization. She's a
Mhm.
mom now. She is
Oh,
so good at organizing and she actually was into modeling as well. And after seeing her on that runway at the show, like it really like
Mhm.
opened my eyes again to who my sister was
mm,
and still is because she killed that so naturally. Like and
mm,
she is no longer a professional model, but just to see her on that one way, to see her confident in what she was wearing, it's like I was intrigued and wanting to watch her. Like it drew me to wanting to watch her the way she just naturally flowed with it. I feel like Abby as well, my sister, she
Mhm.
has, you know, autism, but I
mhm,
feel like you believe whatever like if you tell the cat they can't jump on the counter, this is a horrible example, but if you tell the cat you can't jump on the counter, um and then you train them not to, then they're not going to jump on the counter,
mm,
right? But I feel like people with autism can be so smart if we just teach them and show them.
mhm,
And the fact that my little sister Abby, she used to be so good at dancing. I feel like she has a hidden talent, like that she dances. She does dance, she draws so well. Like I went through her paintings the other day. She's such a good painter. So I feel like we all have little talents. That we don't really talk about.
mm,
And I feel like it's so important to realize what you're good at like naturally and go off of that as well. Because I feel like in this world we all have a purpose, you know,
Mhm.
and we all have a gift from God and we should definitely use that for sure.
She's even walked the runway and she did a great job.
Oh my gosh,
She did at
Abby
the
walked up the
castle.
runway too.
Oh yeah, I can pull up pictures for you. She
Oh
looked
my
Sorry, I have
amazing.
the
You
pictures.
wouldn't even
I don't
know
know how
that.
I missed
Mhm.
that, or I probably just wasn't paying
Mhm.
attention at the very moment,
She
but
looked like a professional, flawless.
oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I have to see.
So
Wow.
sounds like you guys have a real close relationship. What's the age difference between you and your
Yeah.
sister?
So me and my younger sister are a year and a half. So I'm 22, she's 20, and then my older sister is 25. She's turning
Wow.
26
Mm,
on the 20th
So
this
you guys
this
are
month.
like
so
close,
close.
very close.
We're pretty close, yeah, together, honestly. I'm like smack in the middle though, so honestly,
Yeah,
I'm like close to both of them. Mom
yeah.
and dad, anytime there's tea, I'm like the one person like, okay, okay. It's middle child
That's all.
duties, but yes, I do feel like I have a relationship with all my family. Of course, no family's perfect, but I'm very grateful to have them for sure. I feel like we all come together really well as a team as well.
I want to
Something
bring
I
up
wanted to
something
touch
that Jeff. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Go ahead.
Everybody's excited. Okay, so I wanted to touch
Sure you go.
on creativity and as you touched on like stifling one's creativity. So I hear that a lot like in higher ed and I've worked with child development and it's true like we
Awesome.
teach children to stop their creativity. And so like when they're coloring and they're just free spirit and we're like, no, 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 color in the lines or, you know, don't express yourself this way, do it that way. And it's stifling their natural talent. So
Mm.
I was on a workshop last week and part of the workshop, and it's like all professionals from all walks of life. And they said, okay, we're going to do a singing lesson. And it's like, and no one was a creative, right? They're all like lawyers and bankers and all this. And now
Oh,
everybody's
wow.
freaking out, like, we can't sing. And the
Mm.
presenter said, you were told you can't sing. Everyone can sing. It's about how you breathe
Muscle.
and how you open your like your headspace and your mouth and your diaphragm. So it's like you can sing now. Now everyone may not be, you know, on stage, but we
Mhm.
tell ourselves and we were told that we can't do these things. And it's that negative self-talk is where you get in your own way. So I think you touched on that a lot with
Yeah, I would agree with that
So
just
true.
because, like 100% when I was younger, I used to believe that I could, turn into the Hulk if I got mad enough. And
Oh my
my
God.
dad didn't like that idea too much. So I would get mad and I'll be like, and he'd be like, boy, you better stop that. You better stop that crap. Who the hell you think you're doing that to? And I'll be like looking at him. He's like, you keep it up, I'm gonna smack them. And so I feel like
You could
that
have been the
stifled me.
Hulk. You
Just
could
hear
have
me out. Like, inside in my heart, I knew I could have been like a superhero or something.
been maybe a wrestler or something, or a boxer. Boxer.
Okay.
Maybe a wrestler.
A wrestler. Yeah,
Could
maybe.
have
Yeah, I
gone to
don't know.
martial arts.
Martial arts. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, my dream was to be the Hulk. That's it. Hulk smash.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh.
So Star, what were you had a question for Nova?
Well, it was how she brought up Laura. Jess and I had ran into her. She's holding a baby. She's wearing a dress, and she was a model that night, so she looked like a model. She's pulling the cart with all the dresses, like the rack, and it was just amazing to see. She's got the baby. She's just doing it all
Wow.
at once. It was
Yeah.
just, and she's in heels, and it was just a cool. That would have been a great photo, actually.
Wow.
Right. Super mom, right?
Yeah.
That
Super
Oh,
mom.
it was awesome.
It's so cute seeing her as a little mom because I feel like she's very nurturing, like even as an older sister, she's has a very nurturing soul. And just to see her, in that setting and doing all of that was just really amazing.
Mhm.
So I have a
Very
question about your name. Can you
Mm-hmm.
tell us about it? What's the background on your name?
Yeah. So Novais is actually my middle name. It's Portuguese. It's from my mom. And so when my grandma passed away, my mom made an oath to herself that she was gonna start the legacy of Novais. So my grandma actually helped the town out in Portugal a lot. Like she had wineries, she had homes everywhere where people like she was very independent and she was amazing. And so we wanted to carry on her name. So Novice is her middle name. So my mom named my sisters and me middle name Novice. So my kids are going to be Novice. So we're keeping on like that frequency of our family. And one day I was just looking at the sky. Um, and I was sitting with somebody and they said supernova. I forgot our conversation, but they mentioned supernova and they looked at me like, you're supernova. And I was like, my middle name is Nova. And they were like, your middle name's Nova? I was like, my middle name's Novice. And then I was like, Nova Novice. And so from there on, I was like, wow, the shooting star. Nova is my middle name. I was like, this is perfect. This is my calling to start fresh. And literally that same year, it was last year when I came up with the name. I just started making my music. Everything like that I like would pray about just started coming. I developed my producing team, Odyssey Studios. They just opened a few months ago, and then I literally met them the month after that and
Wow.
started recording with them. Yeah. Even one of the guys there songwrites for me sometimes. So it's really it's a blessing.
Tell us about that
Yeah.
team. Tell us about the people behind you because you could have the greatest talent, you could be great, you could, you know, be able to do things on your own, but when you have a strong
We
team
do so
behind you,
much.
you could do so much more. So I'm
Yes.
all about shouting out the team and tell us. I got to meet your manager, Stephanie, at the
Yeah, so
event. But
yes,
yeah,
Stephanie has been my manager for a few months now. She honestly is a blessing. She was in she has her own business, so she's very good at coordinating and very good with numbers, communicating, saying no to people. Very nice. So I really needed somebody that could really balance me out. And she's done that in so many ways, also, you know, in my career as well. And I feel like you know, I really needed somebody that's on my team that could be the hard, you know, head, because I feel like I was saying yes to a lot of people in the past and it was very draining. So the fact that she, you know, really made me see my value and because you can't help the world if you can't help yourself, you know, and I feel like she had really helped me, you know, grow not only as a person but in the music. So we exchanged knowledge and we just were a team now, and it feels amazing to have that by my side. Um, in terms of my part of my team, I have the production guys. So I have Chandler. He's a musician himself. He's an artist himself, but he is a producer, so he's very good with the piano. Also met him on accident. All of these people I've met were on accident, and I just happened to be like in the same room, like doing what I loved like led me to these people, and it was right after like I pictured it in my head, so it's just so crazy that it just, you know, happened for me and they came into my life. But um I have my producing team with the studio, so they provide me with the studio recording sessions, and they're always putting small ideas in there. So, because you could write a full song yourself, but you're always going to have different ears listening, and there's things that you're not going to catch in a song. There's like so much steps, and there's a huge process to, you know, making music with frequencies and all of that in general, that I didn't even know about before. I was just making music. But when you have other people in tuned with you on that and they see your vision, they hear your music, it's like they really put it together. And that has happened for me in many ways with this album and with the next album coming. So they're awesome. I'm so blessed to have them.
Very cool.
It's
Yeah,
like I have the vision and they make it happen. So
Nice.
it's and I put in the work, of course, but
Right.
yeah,
we're
and
all
I would
just there
say
because we believe in
you
it.
were meant to meet them. Like you said, you like just kind of ran up. But I was Oprah, who I've heard her say before as far as relationships, is that when you do what you love, you're surrounded with like-minded people, and that's where you kind of find your passion, is when
So true.
you're spending your time with people who are like-minded, working on similar projects and giving back in that way. So you were
Yes.
definitely meant to find your people.
Thank you so much. Yeah, for sure.
So with the album, you know, I want to talk about it a little bit, you know, some more. What can people expect? You know, what can they expect to hear? Is it going to be a mixture of covers and originals, or is it all original? Or tell us a little bit about the album.
So the next album is all original. It's actually something that I personally have never heard before. So I'm super excited to release that one. I'm still working on other songs in it. Um, it's a new frequency. And it's something that we definitely need right now because a lot of old music that are good is like slowly dying out. And it's like we want to skip it, but we know it's a good song, but we skip it because we've heard it so much. So this now it's all about self-discovery, positivity, manifestation. In the lyrics alone, it gives you affirmations. So as you're singing it, you feel good. It's happy music. You feel good. Oh, it's just so amazing. I want to cry talking about it because I'm just so excited to put it out there already because I know it's going to make a difference. And I think I don't have the name for it yet, but a little title that I did come up with to coincide with it is It's a Safe Place After All, because when you feel safe, when you master peace, you become a masterpiece.
Love it.
That's a good
I
saying.
love
Beautiful.
that.
Yeah, so it's definitely
Ma-
you enjoy life.
Masterpiece. Maybe
Yeah,
that's a
that's
good title. Masterpiece.
Mhm.
masterpiece is a good. Yeah, that is a good one. Yeah, it one of the songs in there are called is called The World Is Changing. There's another one called I Am Blessed. So those are just two that I'm gonna put out there. just to show, my journey. And once again, like, just to put it out there again, as artists, we talk about our story. So, I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate, and I'm just very excited to show the world.
I'm very happy to hear that you're using manifestation and frequency in your music. I think that's it's like a hidden secret. You know what I mean?
It's art, yeah.
Yeah, that's art that a lot of people don't know about, and that's one of the
Yes.
things that I started like falling asleep. I used to fall asleep to like jazz and the natural sounds, but now I purposely fall asleep to frequencies. What I'm saying, for positivity and manifestation and stuff like that. So I think that's a good. I think
Especially with all the stuff that's on social media now.
right,
I feel
exactly.
like there's certain things that are designed. Oh, I'm so sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're right. No, I'm listening. Go, you preach, girl.
I just feel like because I've been reading more books rather than reading social media comments. I really focused on, well, this year and part of last year, I really focused on listening to what I want to do, who I want to be like, instead of everything that's on social media. Because now there's certain things that are designed to make us think a certain way. So I feel like when we really open up to the thought of that and knowing that, it's good to pay attention to what we're really watching, and what we're listening to is huge, because frequencies are such a real thing. Because tell me not, we listen to a sad song, like you'll be sad, or not, you'll be realizing why you're sad, and then there's a sad song playing in the background. You're like, oh, let me shut this off. Like, and it's so scary how music literally transforms like your way of thinking, like in that moment. Or so music is such a powerful like thing, and a lot of people for so long have been taking advantage of the fact that they're making so much money off of music, and now they're just making whatever. And then since these people are already famous, it's like we look up to them. We're like, "Oh yeah, let me listen to that." But we don't know what we're doing to ourselves,
Mhm.
in the long run with those frequencies. And I feel like it's such a big problem that has been, happening for years. So it's definitely time for a change.
Gotta guard your
And
mind.
people are starting to, yeah, and people are starting to realize it too. We just need music to back us up now on these feelings, because we know it, we all feel it, we all know it. So it's time.
All right. Well, Nova Novias, I'm not going to keep you any longer. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you. We can't wait to hear this new music that you have coming out. Where can people follow you on your social media? And if people want to just connect with you, what's the best way to do that?
Absolutely. Instagram is my main platform. And it's at it, well, it's Nova Novais. So that's my main platform. I'm working on the other platforms, but as of right now, that's the one that I personally am active on all the time. So it's Nova Novais is where I post all of my music. I have links to my music specifically if you have Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, just to check it out. I promise you, when you hear it, it's gonna make you feel good. So.
It sounds like that. Oh, let me ask you one more last question before I let you leave. So, what does the future look like for Nova Novice? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? What can we expect? What can we expect in 5 years? When we
Oh,
have
in
you,
5 years.
we have you
So I
back
know
at the
I'm
show. What can we expect?
I know I'm talking on a high ball here. Yes, I know
Yes.
I'm talking on a high ball here, but I always put myself on a high pedestal for a reason. I definitely see myself as like an Alicia Keys. Like I want to bring that young crowd up to having a role model, that they could look up to. And I feel like a lot of the young people, like a lot of my friends are younger than me. And it's for a reason, because I want to be a leader. I feel like I am a leader. I want to lead through my music. And I want it to be good. I want people to know that you can be good and still make money. I want, people to believe in love. I want people to believe in loyalty, that it's real, and there's good in the world still. So I definitely I can see myself, on stage with that message and looking at the people singing my song, like I could just see it, and it's gonna be beautiful. Even if it's a couple hundred at first, it's still gonna
That's
be a couple
hey,
hundred start. For
hey.
sure.
Well, count us there in the audience. We will be there with you, rocking out. I'm not gonna be singing because y'all don't want that. Y'all don't want that. But I'll throw up the love. And
That's Rob right there.
yes. I'll bring out the
VIP.
phone, bring the phone, I'll do the, side to
Right?
side with the
Go
flashlight.
old school
I
with the
got you. I
flashlight.
got you. I got everything. Everything else except for singing. No, the background singing.
No.
Oh
Are you
man,
sure?
I'm positive. I'm
Yeah, a little
positive.
auto tune on there.
That's for your benefit, not mine.
Uh,
But Nova Novais, it's been a pleasure chopping it up with you. Thank you for sharing your story with us and letting us take a little peek into your life and in your journey. I think you have a strong message, and I
Thank you.
think the world needs to hear it. So we're gonna push as much
Thank you.
as we can help you out. You got Team Fierce here, that has your back as well. Anything that we can do, hit us up, and stay healthy, stay safe,
Yes.
and stay fierce.
Thank you so much. Stay fierce. Will do.
Yeah.
Take care.
Bye, you guys. Thank you.
If I asked you, would you be there for me still? If I loved you, would you show me all your skills? Would you be there for me when I'm there for you? Please tell me, don't lie to me. All I ever wanted was to be with you. Call me crazy or don't call me. I only miss you when I'm lonely. Love me in the dark knowing it's sunny. Baby, don't you come over and love me. I can give you one more chance. It's been way too long, forget it. I can never make the same mistakes. But you